Hi everyone. So it's been the end of another tough week for you. So it's been a tough couple of weeks for pharmacy teams. And again, just running out of superlatives for the amount of work you're putting in, for the effort and for the lengths that you're going to get the medicines to patients and to keep things going. I hope that you're starting to see a bit of relief out there. Certainly, again, anecdotally, as Harry was kind of mentioning last night, we've had more things of just getting through the backlogs, a big thing now that you can manage patient numbers, etc. So I hope that is the case on the ground and that we're seeing a bit of a drop in terms of those volumes that are coming through, and that you're getting to the end of what has been an unprecedented fortnight in pharmacy. So yeah, I certainly hope. But you would have noticed last night, and many of you, I'm sure, would have taken part in the clap for the NHS and carers last night. It was certainly creating a big buzz on social media and even in my own estate, where you could hear plenty of people clapping, very emotional. And I think by no means does that exclude community pharmacy. In fact, we've even had a few people, I noticed through the inquiries and through phone calls today, saying that their own patients are appreciating the NHS service that you guys provide. So you're right down the middle of that, guys. So that clap was as much for you as it was for all the NHS workers who will be in demand in the next few weeks. And obviously without the NHS that we have in Scotland and the UK, then it would be a very different place and a lot worse for it, I would think. As well, just to keep the thanks going, you would have noticed, hopefully, on the website, our Chief Pharmaceutical Officer, Rosemary Parr, posted a short video. I'm going to give Rosemary video tips next week. No, only joking, Rosemary. No, it was great, and the main thing with that is that Rosemary understands. She knows herself from first hand speaking to people on the front line, but certainly Harry, myself and the team, when we've been engaging with Rosemary and her team, I've certainly been highlighting the circumstances you're working under, and Rosemary's been very supportive of messaging and of trying to do what she can when she can, and pushing things along in what is traditionally a very clunky policy government system, but she's certainly trying to do her thing, the best thing to oil the wheels, I suppose, and keep things going quicker. A couple of things there. Rosemary's team released the personal protection equipment letter, which you'll see on our website. So that gives you more details about what's coming to yourselves on Monday through the Alliance Healthcare wholesale system. You should also see on the website that we have a couple of posters from NHS Scotland as well. They should be coming in hard copy when the logistics can be worked out and the supplies can make their way to the pharmacy that way. We were quite keen that actually we just had them downloadable for you, so that you can print them off in the pharmacy should you want to. I know many of you guys have printed off your own posters and have been using COVID posters to mention to patients or to warn patients not to come in if they have any of the COVID symptoms, and also ones around, respecting the teams and, being mindful of the pressures that community pharmacy are under. So there's a couple of posters there around designed really to help you in the pharmacy, and that has obviously the NHS Scotland logo, etc. on it as well. So feel free to use them. They'll be on our website. You can certainly do that. I had hoped to bring you some definitive news around the finance. This isn't necessarily, it's not a bad sign. I have to say that first and foremost. We know that Scottish Government colleagues and Rosemary's team have taken the finance paper that Harry submitted on Wednesday to Scottish Government Finance, so they have seen that. They've had a few questions around it. Those discussions happened today, and there'll be further discussions which will lead to eventually to the Cabinet Secretary, but I think she's busy as well. What I would say though, when we had a call with Rosemary and her team today, they did say that this was a priority. So in terms of the finance that I introduced on Wednesday and Harry outlined a bit further last night, it is a priority. It's just there's so much going on just now. So again, we're very hopeful that early next week on Monday we should have an answer to that. And of course there was an element of new money asked for in that request, but we're very conscious that actually it's the cash flow issue that really needs to be addressed, so that those bills that Harry was mentioning last night that are going to mount up for the amount of prescriptions and items you've been ordering, it's imperative that we get that moving. But both elements, the cash flow and the new money, are important. A bit of news on the adjusted price front. So Emma and the team in Pharmacy Services have been working hard to liaise with Scottish Government colleagues that handle the drug tariff. And there's one big move today, I suppose, is sertraline, which we know the price has shifted significantly on that. So that's good that we've got a local Scottish price agreed for that, and that we're continuing to press on many fronts for the prices, as we know. Just like to trail as well, Adam from the team is going to be delivering the Facebook Live event on Ask Me Anything, obviously in COVID, on Monday night. Harry and I will get a night off that night because that will be what we're running that night. So Adam will be doing that on Monday. So again, you'll have the chance through Facebook to ask Adam anything, and we'll try to answer what we can on the night. And if we can't answer it on the night, we'll take that away as well. But keep your inquiries coming to our inquiries inbox on the website. We've been getting a number of inquiries, as you can imagine, throughout the weeks, and keep them coming if you've got any questions at all. We've had another plea from wholesalers as well around totes. Now, again, I think it was me that delivered this message earlier in the week or just at the back end of last week. We know it's difficult. We know actually totes, it's difficult to get them emptied. I've seen that in pharmacy myself earlier in the week. I know some of you are maybe using them even in terms of, we have seen some stuff on social media around makeshift barriers, etc. I get that, but if we can try and get these back into the supply chain, that would be really useful, because they can't function without it. The plastic bags apparently in the automated systems can't take plastic bags, so they need the totes or they can't function. Another thing that we're probably working on, and we'll have more information on Monday, is the shielding people who are at risk from coronavirus. So John Swinney, one of the government ministers up here, they're looking to set up humanitarian assistance centres, and these are beginning to be set up in local authorities and local areas with local resilience partnerships. Now you might think, how does that fit into pharmacy? Well, this cohort of patients who are at risk, so anything from cancer patients, severe respiratory patients, those who are immunocompromised, and a few other categories. There's about 200,000 patients in Scotland who fall into these categories. They will receive a letter from the government saying that they're at risk. The assessment centres will make an assessment of basic need, and that includes groceries, other things, and medicine supply. So if they are requiring of life-saving medicines, of long-term condition treatments, then it may well be that this is where the kind of system is set up, where these people are looked after, because essentially they need to self-isolate for 12 weeks. So that's how that's going to happen. So we'll bring more details on that as we know it. It was just announced the other day. It's moving at pace, as so much is at the minute, and as we know more detail, we will let you know. Key worker status. Apologies for this. There's been a bit of confusion across many local authorities about this. We are firmly of the mind that pharmacy workers, right down to delivery drivers, because every one of you in the team is so important at the minute, that we're firmly of the view that you're category 1. So we would encourage you to go with that view. We can't control what local authorities think, and we're hearing that some local authorities think community pharmacy falls into category 2. So we're slightly disappointed about that, but we'll continue to press the case if we can, and I would urge you to show the information we have on our website, the letters, etc., template letters to whoever you need to, if childcare or indeed testing is required at future. We do have some information on testing through health boards on our website. We're uploading that as and when we get it. But Glasgow, Lanarkshire and Lothian is all on the website at the minute. So if you work generally in those areas and you're looking at how the testing process works, have a look on the website and they'll give you contact details, or processes there will be detailed. Harry also mentioned last night about quotas. I've tried hard. I was on a UK call yesterday, so there was numerous UK organisations there yesterday. I was told, in actually no uncertain terms, by someone from the Department of Health that quotas would be difficult to change, in fact nigh on impossible. Spoke to a director of Scotland for the ABPI this morning as well, who was going to raise it with her member group, which the ABPI is made up of constituent members from the pharmaceutical industry, the manufacturers, etc. So they were certainly, when I made them aware of the issues that this can cause and this pressure point can cause, they certainly were willing to take that away and put it to their members. I have to say, I would manage expectation on that by saying that we certainly can't control that, and there's probably a lot more at play, but we've certainly tried to make the case for you on that. So that's probably most of the main update. So we're starting shout outs now, and thanks to everybody for what they're doing, and apologies if we miss anybody, but Harry and I will probably pick a few every night. So first up, Alan Shields in Fife. Alan is actually in isolation this week and has been for the last couple of weeks, so sorry to hear that, Alan. But his wife, who is also a pharmacist, Jill normally works part-time, but she's been pulling 12-hour shifts in Rowlands, Dalgety Bay this week, so big shout out to the team there at Rowlands and Dalgety Bay, and big shout out Duncan Fletcher. So Duncan's a locum who's been working with various teams over the last couple of weeks. Thanks very much, Duncan. I know you're going to great lengths in various areas to help out various teams, so thank you very much for that. And a shout out to all the locums who are keeping the wheels turning in the pharmacy network as well. Great job, guys. Duncan's an Dunfermline fan, so that just shows I've got a good nature if I can get that message across, even though I'm a Falkirk fan. So come on, you bairns, Duncan, eh? There we go. That's great. Next one, Diane Robertson. So all our NHS primary care leads and all our colleagues in the boards have been great in terms of responding to questions, but I've heard Diane has really been a star in the background from more than one source this week. So thanks very much, Diane, and keep it going in NHS Tayside. Thank you. Just last but not least, I've got a brother and sister from Family Firm up in NHS Grampian. So Robert Whitelaw Limited. Jonathan Graham is the superintendent, and his sister Jennifer Anderson. Jennifer unfortunately has got symptoms as well. Jennifer's partner has symptoms, so she's in the house with her 3 kids under 4. So good luck with that, Jennifer. I'm sure that keeps you very busy while you're in isolation. But the main thing is Jonathan, Jennifer and the wider team up there at Whitelaw's, keep it going, great stuff, and thanks. It was good to speak to you this week, Jonathan, and please pass on my best regards to the team and keep well up there in Grampian. So finally, I'll keep the movie quiz going as well. So I've got a question. So this one is for everybody, but particularly for Mr. Darricott in Wolverhampton. Yes, we have listeners and viewers even outside Scotland, so who knew? But who was the first African American actor to win an Academy Award for Best Actor? So who was the first African American actor to win Best Actor in the Academy Awards? And also which film? So actor and film, please, and that's great. So just thank you very much for the last couple of weeks, and thank you very much to the teams who will be working at the weekend, doing a vital job in community pharmacies on Saturday and Sunday this week. Just a reminder, CPS is still operating a 7-day service, so if you want to get in touch, you can get in touch via the inquiries email or the phones as well, and we are there to support you at this difficult time as well, 7 days a week. So all the best, guys. Have a nice weekend. Try and get some relaxing rest if you can, but I know that can be challenging, but you certainly deserve it. Cheers. Bye.